Hello, I'm Elizabeth Nancy Jansen, and today is day 13 of our 22 Days of Truths. And this is all in preparation for the book launch of my book, Bride Doll. And I'm very excited that we're getting closer to the book launch on August 17th. And today's topic, the truth for today, is that love and money need to be in alignment. This is true. Unfortunately, money comes in the practical sense comes into any relationship. It's a practicality of life, and this has come true certainly in the novel, and I will give you some revelations in my own love journey and some actual truths that I've discovered. But let's get into the book. And this is in chapter 26, where Naya, the chapter is titled Naya as a Mrs. And this is at the bottom of page 114. And I hope you're enjoying the ebook that's available now. Okay, so at the bottom, one of her first wifely tasks was to shop for the week's groceries at the familiar A&P store. The food she purchased was simple and the items sparse, much to her husband's chagrin. She didn't know how to create abundance, nor how to shop for a full refrigerator. She had the task but not the skill to manage meal planning for a week at a time. The hammer fell when Simon asked her how much she'd withdrawn from the bank for the weekend. She happily conveyed $20. Niall was blindsided by the fury that followed. He quickly identified her supposed ineptness by not anticipating his financial needs. For what, she didn't know. Their weekends usually consisted of walking and perhaps the Saturday night splurge at Mother's Pizza, for which $20 would have sufficed. The limited quantity of currency was a huge error in judgment. From that time on, Naya wasn't trusted to create abundance. That reprimand was harsh, hurtful, and not forgotten. What she gleaned from this ill treatment was the practice of walking on eggshells for the duration of her married life with Simon. What a hard lesson, She was only married a couple of weeks and boom, the hammer fell, literally. Now, in my own love journey, in my first marriage, there was never money alignment. And in my real life, I came from sparsity, scarcity. And, I can remember my first job. I think I was 14 and I worked, my older sister, she had a job at the Humane Society and she was cleaning out dog kennels. And she got me a job cleaning out cat kennels. And I remember it was 75 cents an hour and I was thrilled. But the job was really hard. The cats they weren't the little kittens. No, these were like the really scary tomcats that were really not pleasant and scary. And they didn't want me to come near them. And they were in these kennels and not happy to be there. So it was hard work to try and, really scrubbing out these kennels that weren't smelling so nice at all. So it was hard-earned money. But I always, from that age of 14, I always had a job. So I know what hard work was from the very beginning. And my first husband, in alignment, in money and alignment, I did not like debt. I like to save for something and then buy it and have, nice things, but they were always paid for. and live within my means. I didn't like the stress of money, but I like to live within my means. I'd rather do without than have to worry about having something on credit. Where, and in that marriage, um, my spouse was always going to the bank machine, always going to the bank machine, and we were in overdraft all the time. You know, it was a burden. You know, financial worries were a burden. And I can remember my daughter, after we separated and divorced, I can remember when I was a single mother living in my home with my two children, and the money stress was no longer there because I was managing the money now finally by myself. And she noticed that things were more abundant because we weren't in overdraft. You know, we were a family of 3, not 4, but the money was stretched further. You know, we weren't in overdraft. Mom, I guess I was less stressed about it. So I don't want to go on and on, but if a couple, that's my point. I guess you caught me reminiscing there. But, you know, the couple, you have to be in partnership and all, you know, and this is part of the core value. This is something that money, you know, if 2 people spend and like to be on credit, and okay, you know, that's how you roll. That's okay if that's works for the 2 as a couple. But if they're at polar opposites, that's not going to work. Now, in my second relationship, that didn't work out so well either because, you know, one, I wanted to save for things and, you know, worked really hard, but also, you know, older in life and wanted to have the nicer home, could afford the nicer home, and 2 professionals, yet one professional chose to underemploy himself. So that was a problem. And anyway, so money, if it's important in a relationship. However, you know, the couple have to be on the same page, is my point. So that this has to be worked out as a coach, as a relationship coach. It's so important that, you know, even in getting to know someone, if you sense that you're not going to be in alignment with money. I can remember, you know, when I was single and I was, you know, casually dating someone, and this gentleman, you know, he saw that, you know, I was riding a nice motorcycle, and that, you know, I was building a smaller home, and he said to me, "Oh, who's your bank manager?" And I said, "Well, you know, I deal at such and such a bank." And he goes, "Well, what's the person's name?" And I said, "Well, you know," I went in my wallet, here's the card. Do you want to make an appointment with him?" "Yes, but I want you to come with me." I thought, what? You know, I thought, "Oh, cut that loose, guy." Like, what was cut that guy loose? What was that all about? You know, like, that was very unusual. So quick warning flag. Yes, that was not someone I was going to get entangled with. Absolutely. I wasn't even going to even question where that was going, because it really put up red flags for me. Why this person? Anyway, it was very weird. So when you get that kind of a feeling, react with your, you know, listen to your gut, and know that that is something to react to. So yes, it's very important to money, and, you know, is an issue. It is an important issue. And, you know, many relationships split over, it's in the top 5 or the top 3 reasons why couples split. And, the relationship I have now, we are in alignment about money. And, we like to be comfortable in our lifestyle. We don't like to worry about money. My husband is very resourceful. I'm very resourceful. You know, we have a game plan of how we want to live our life. And that was discussed prior to us cohabitating and eventually marrying, and how a couple chooses to do that. But it has to be disclosed. If you just go in with a leap of good faith, hopefully that will work out for you, but likely it's going to be, maybe, maybe not. So money and love, can be, it's a practical issue. It's a survival issue. It's a support issue, especially if children are involved. That it's very important. It's a lifelong issue where children, if it's not with children involved, it's easier if the relationship breaks up in a very practical sense, not in an emotional or spiritual sense. But I just have to put it out there. And on a personal level, it didn't make me feel good when I was treated badly in my first relationship over money issues. It didn't make me feel very, even though I was very, resourceful, well-educated woman, to be treated that way, less than when I was trying to be, not extravagant. And $20 was a big deal. And poor Naya, $20 was a big deal to her too. Anyway, but fast forwarding to how I live today, I'm still not extravagant, but I live very well, but I don't like debt, and neither does my partner. And we live in harmony together. But if I was, credit cards up the yin yang, all, at the max, he wouldn't be with me. No. And we wouldn't hide that from each other either, nor would I be with him. We need to we both do not want to have to worry about money, nor are we extravagant. So, but we live comfortably, well, and we've worked very hard for where we are. So we're on the same page about money, and it's something we don't worry about on a day-to-day basis, and that's our comfort. So my point is we're in alignment. So money is an issue in a relationship, especially if there are children. And I don't want to be uncomfortable in a relationship where money was an issue before. And it's not just unique to me. If it's been issues with, with in general and globally, I'm sure it's global issues and cultural issues as well. So that's my truth. I'm telling you my truth today, and that's number 13. So love and money need to be in alignment for this girl. So much love. Take care. Bye-bye.